Hello, everybody, and welcome to your next pick a card. My name is Brittany. I am the Cancerian Clairvoyant, and we are bringing another reading to you about how to get your person to fall in love with you. So, you might have a certain somebody in mind that you are interested in, and maybe the deal isn't quite sealed. So, you want to know what this person is. What would make them fall in love with you? What would you have to do to make them fall in love with you? So, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to thank you if you're new for being here and checking out my page. Please hit that subscribe button to get notifications for when I go live or update my page with new content. I have lives on the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays usually, Saturday 10 a.m. and Sunday 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do want to let you all know that I am running a contest because July 4th is my birthday, so I'm pretty excited about it. I'm running a raffle, and I'm going to announce what it is at the 4th of July live. So you'll be able to find out there. I don't want to do it just yet because I'm really excited about what it is, and I kind of want to keep it a secret and let that be the reveal on my birthday for you guys. But it is going to be a very expensive giveaway. Not really a cost to me, but of high value. So I'm excited to do it, and I am really excited to see what the results will be. So before we go ahead and get started, one more thing. If you would like to book a reading with me, please check out the description box. All of the details are there for how to get a hold of me. Pretty easy to respond back to and get back pretty quickly. So if you need something, an emergency rush, I could definitely look into that for you and pretty much will respond as soon as possible. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We have 3 piles here. We have lapis lazuli. Just love this stone. It's like one of my favorites of all time. We have Samba jasper. And that's pile 2. And then we have the mother of pearl, which is pile 3. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Move these out of the frame. Okay, so I have also a couple of other decks too that I'm going to use for this reading. So I will put them over here and we can get started. So I gotta make sure the card's not rolling about that doesn't belong in here. Okay. I don't see it. Alright, so we'll get started, and we're doing lapis lazuli. Put that off to the side. So how to get viewer pile 1's person to fall in love with you. How to get your person to fall in love with you. All right. So this person, this is as I was reading them as I was going along. So a few things, how to get this person to fall in love with you. So when you hug this person, or or if you're seeing them, in your mind, you can manipulate energies with just thinking about it. So when you hug this person and you're like wrapping your arms around them, not only should you like hug them very intensely, but thinking of the color red or like love, like when you're hugging this person, changes the energies of the body. And you should continue to do that when you hug them or when you greet them or any physical contact that you have with them, because they can feel that energy shift. And then eventually look into this place of, complete happiness that I hear they're going to be reliant on your touch. They're very like, they might not be now, but they will get very used to that. So anytime that you hug this person or touch this person, touch them with an intention of love and, comfort, compassion, and you can feel that. You can actually feel that when you do that in your hand. So I want you to take your hand for a second and hold it there. And I want you to think of compassion and just think about it being in a ball in your hand and what it would feel like. Feel the outside of your hand, feel the inside of your hand, feel like in your hand, like in the muscle and everything. Take deep breaths while you're doing this too. Now I want you to feel like, what does passion feel like? Did you feel the energy change? Now, I want you to feel what love feels like. And you can trigger these actions to feel the energy change just by saying, like, if you're trying to feel love, say, I love you. And what does that feel like to mean it? And you can feel the energy shift in your hand. So taking that principle and applying it to when you're physically touching them, and it says here to touch them with passion and love, mainly. Yeah, an emotional touch is what I hear. How you can get this person to fall in love with you too is basically allowing them to teach you about things that they like that you might not know about, and actually studying into them. This person is very goal-oriented, very competitive, loves starting new projects. They're always minding their pentacles down here. You can see it brings them security. And for you to be able to be like under their tutelage, like learning about this stuff, and they're the kind of King of Pentacles and you're the Knight of Pentacles, and you can kind of mimic them in that way, they would really love that. What they would even love even more and make you fall in love with them, if you studied it behind their back. And like, was like, oh, well, I know that this makes you happy, and I wanted to learn about it because I want to be able to talk with you about it. They would just be like absolutely thrilled. So I just see the moon and kind of doing it in the night when they don't know about it. And then maybe even taking, this thing that you learned about and starting a new project with them. That would bring them security because it shows that you can work with them in any situation. And then also adding, as you're starting to get better at it, a competitive element to it. They would really like that as well because they do like to compete. They're very intellectual. They're very money-oriented. I don't feel like they're so, like, emotional, but that touch, what I explained up here, is going to be all the difference. They would rather not hear it. I feel like it actually makes them a little bit uncomfortable because they're not familiar with it or expressing their love that way. So if you want this person to fall in love with you, take interest in the things that they're doing, and then incorporate that emotional and intention touch into every interaction that you have with them in physical contact. All right, so let me pull a few more cards for how to get this person to fall in love with you. Let them dote over you. If they want to do something for you, don't say, no, I'll do it myself. Let them do it because they want to kind of be like a hero for you and like they're serving you. They get pleasure out of that and they love that. And then they want you to do that for them, vice versa. So they want to dote over you, and they want you to dote over them. They want it to be a symbiotic relationship, and be able to do it to one another. Okay, so we're going to pull an oracle card. Let's do this one. Empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So also not having like bad or volatile emotions around them, because they are empathetic, and I think that's why they actually block out the love piece or the emotional piece, especially if they're male, because just growing up is kind of, what we were taught, and kind of comes with this stigma of what men are nowadays, or what they were taught when they were growing up. How to get your person to fall in love with you. Woo! That one went flying. Hold, please. Okay, so we have take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this person does like their solitude. So if you point that out and say that to them, hey, listen, I just want to make sure that you have enough alone time to work on the things that you like. Let's take a little bit of break, and give me a call when you're done. Like, not being clingy. They really like that too, and they would really respect that. The biggest thing with this person of getting them to fall in love with you is how much you respect them and their intelligence. So that's what's going to go a long way with this person. I'm going to pull one more card here. Okay, 3 more cards. Express your love. It is safe for you to love, and this could be the one. So if you do all of those things and express your love with the physical touch, and through the, they're in like the library again, this could be the one, and I think that they'll definitely fall in love with you, and it'll be really hard to go back after that for them. They'll see you as the perfect woman in their eyes. All right, so we're just going to get a relationship message from Spirit and see what Spirit has to say about what you would need to do or how to get this person to fall in love with you. I love you to the moon and back. So I think it's actually saying that phrase to them, because I think that they like personalized little like things that are just for them, or little sayings that you say to them all the time, with repetition, because it makes them feel special. Not just like I love you, but I love you to the moon and back. It's a special thing just for them that they know is just for them. You tell your family that you love them. Oh, I love you, family. They want a special one just for them. So they want to stand out, and they want you to recognize them as special. So if you do that, that's how you're going to get this person to fall in love with you. All right, guys, please drop your comments below the video. I'd really appreciate the feedback, and kind of letting me know how accurate you might think this is. That would be very helpful to me. And as always, have a blessed day. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Every bit counts, and get notifications for when I go live or upload new content. All right. I'm going to go ahead and collect these cards, and we'll get started on the next pile. All right, so we have the Cassandra Jasper, which is next. Okay, so how to get this person to fall in love with you. Okay, so they want you to be the Queen of Pentacles. They want you to be nurturing, kind, intelligent, stable. There are a lot of coins here, um, so Pentacles, and they want you to be able to handle yourself. And they don't want you to rely on them. They want you to be independent with the Hermit card here. So what you need to do to get this person to fall in love with you is basically just be an independent woman, because they want you. This is gonna be funny. They want you to be independent, but they kind of want you to put that on hold for them and work as a team. They know that you're completely independent, but they want you to need them. I also get here that they want to create memories with you and be able to reminisce, and they really enjoy when you reminisce. Something that they might really like is if you give them a gift from, maybe the first date that you went on, or like if you kept something and like returned it to them. They're very nostalgic in that mindset, or even writing a letter, expressing how you feel about them and how, you know, you're an independent woman, and you've never really had this kind of relationship, and you don't need them, you want them to be around. That would really make them happy. And potentially like spending money on something. This person is like would definitely love gifts, and potentially spending money on something that they would really love to do. It's not about the money so much, it's more about the simple gesture. They're really into gestures, they really like that. It makes them very happy, and it's a way of you showing them that you care about them. Also, this person, if there are other people in the mix, you might not be engaging with them or anything like that, but this person wants you to, like, literally, like, destroy their world. Because they want you to be like, no, I have a man. Do you not see my man over there? Like, he's perfect. Do you see him on that shiny bike, like, doing a papa wheelie? And we are completely happy. So, what they would love is if you were approached by other men, that you're curving them for them, because they want to be a priority in your life. That was really funny. All right, so how to get this person to fall in love with you. This one is really like, I feel like sassy. Okay, so death. How to get your person to fall in love with you. Like, they want you to they just want to be like in your arms, and they want periods of time where you guys can be just like dead to the world, where literally you're just giving them affection. I feel like they're a very touchy-feely person, and they don't need it all the time, but I think that they would fall in love with you very deeply if you expressed yourself through your physical touch, and like literally like blocked everything out and just focused on them and paid attention to them during that time. Look, he can't even like see because he's motorboating this girl, but and then I just hear like death, like dead to the world, and it's just you guys hanging out together and spending quality time together. And being intimate with one another. They would really, really love that. And then that would definitely make them fall in love with you. Just that one-on-one attention, and you giving them that attention. Because they know that you're so busy all the time, and even though you're busy, that it's showing that, you still make time for them. So jump in. Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. So they'll also like going on little adventures with you. And that's where you'll create your memories that I was talking about before. And then you can flash back to those memories. And that's what's going to get this person to fall in love with you. I feel like this person is already in love with you. And this is more of like what they do love about you. So just wanted to say that as well. So we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So again, I think they already do love you. They've fallen in love with you. They've been in love with you. You might have known this person from childhood, or it feels like you've known them your whole life. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So they would love if you would take care of them in a way that is like if you live with this person, like basically creating your own little heaven, because where you are is like, and the surroundings around you is very important to them. They are kind of a material person, and like those, not material like greedy or like, just into material things and money, but more like they bring comfort because of what they represent. So that person's really about that. So if you can incorporate that into your home environment, like in just making it feel homey, they would really love that. They just love when you give them affection, and because of how independent you are, it's a totally different ball game, because it's not a need, they're a want. So how to get your person to fall in love with you. Okay, messages from Spirit. Your intensity scares me. So they love how like independent you are. Like I just hear the CEO. And they love that about you. Like you get it done, doesn't matter what it takes, and they know that in life they're safe with you because you will always try your hardest and put your best foot forward. And that's how they'll fall in love with you, by being that independent person that you are and continuing to be that person every day. All right, Pile 2, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell, and also drop a comment or two. Let me know how it resonated with you. I would love to know. That's really important to me to help me do my job better. All right, thank you again, Pile 2, and have a blessed day. All right, so we're going to move to pile number 3. All right, so pile 3, we have the Mother of Pearl. Ooh. All right, how to get your person to fall in love with you. So I feel like this person is like highly emotional, and that the way that you'll get this person to fall in love with you is by helping them master their emotions and being receptive to their emotions when they're feeling sorrow, when they're burdened, and really help them like slow down and create harmony with themselves. Um, and that takes compromise and adaptability too. I think that they think that you are a master of your emotions, and if you could show them that, that would really make them fall in love with you. By being able to change their mood and put them in a different place, and be receptive and aware that something needs to change. I feel like also what would make them fall in love with you is because they're so emotional, they really love children. So if you see this lady pregnant right here and going through all the phases of the moon like a whole, cycle, and innocence here, I feel like what would really make them fall in love with you is seeing you be like compassionate and loving with children, and watching you, because I know that they really want children is what I see. In that ability to slow down and like let them be in that moment to experience happiness, because This person experiences emotions in a very like alarming way, or like very in your face type of way. So you have like the burden, sorrow, harmony, the really happy, and then it changes. So change and transformation. I feel like it changes pretty quickly, so that you just have to have patience with this person. And that will also get them to fall in love with you, is by having patience with them, and exercising and showing them that you have patience for them. Like by, for example, like when they're freaking out, I feel like they might have been in past relationships where, their counterpart would just be yelling at them, and they just like, it would make the situation worse for them. But instead of like yelling at them, basically just like listening to them and being able to hear what they're saying, and work it out. They don't want to be yelled at, and having that very like different dynamic from the relationship that they were in before is going to mean a lot to them, and that's what's going to make them fall in love with you. All right. That one was like pretty straight to the point. Like, this person doesn't want much from you. It's all like very emotional stuff. Very straight to the point. So let's see if we can get a couple more cards about maybe some other gestures that they might be interested in. But this person is highly emotional. Oh shoot. And they want to express that in the bedroom with you, and probably be a little bit dominant. And they would like physical touch, like by hugs. And really you just like putting your arms around them, like over their shoulders. They really love that. Because it shows like you kind of depend on them, even because I feel like they really rely on you very heavily. And to get them to fall in love with you, all you need to do is like kind of give that back a little bit, and from a very emotional aspect, giving that back. Okay, so how to get your person to fall in love with you. Woo, it flew out. All right, we have Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So again, keeping them grounded in their emotions, because I feel like you are very grounded, but they are not. So it's just like, they're kind of like their happy place, like their bubble. So creating that happy space for them, where like when the outside world is, kind of weighing down on them and not being kind to them, they can always come to you, and they know that you're going to make them feel better. Not like dependent on you like that, but like, you bring them happiness, and they want to share that with you. It's not fun if they're having a bad day and then they have to come up to you and you're like being all kinds of bitchy and, not helping the situation because of how highly emotional this person is. Come on. There it is. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. So to get them to fall in love with you, I think that they would really like stuff like finding spiritual things to do with this person, maybe going for a walk and like having a meditation prepared, so that you're changing their state of mind. They're all about changing their state of mind, changing their emotion, and feeling, and really feeling those good feelings. I feel like they're a little bit addicted to it, and they really love it. So if you can provide that to them, they will forever love you and definitely fall in love with you in that regard. All right. We're going to do those ones. Okay, so we have 3 here. Reconciliation, pay attention to the red flags, and trust. So also, if they're cautioning you that they're going to go down that road of, being emotional, if you get in front of it and say, hey, what's wrong? Like, let's talk about it. And if you can get them to trust you, to be able to, like, not use things against them, they will really, really love that comforting energy from you. And it will really, get them to really appreciate you and respect you, because not only are you, like, offering a lending ear and saying, hey, let's talk about what's wrong with you, but you're now recognizing, like, you're paying attention, and to them that means the whole world. Very important to them. All right, let's get some messages from Spirit. I am stuck right now. So when this person gets stuck, like I was saying, this is like the same message through and through through all the different cards I went through. This person just needs you to be like their emotional rock. Um, that's what they need from you for them to be in love with you, to fall in love with you. All right, pile three. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave some comments. Let me know what this situation is like and if it resonates. As always, thank you for being here. If you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell for notifications. And if you want to book some personal time with me for a reading or a spiritual consultation, the description box below has all the details on how to get a hold of me. All right, everybody. As always, peace, love, and light.